What is up, Chocolatiers? Welcome back to another video today. So, this past weekend, I watched Monster Summer. If you followed my little shorts, I made an out-of-theater reaction, and I pretty much was glorifying this movie about how much better it was than Joker, Fala-A-Doo-Doo. And after further thought, it's good and bad. So, most of my enjoyment from this movie came from things that me and my friend laughed about that was not supposed to be funny. Certain things that was supposed to be funny, because this is a PG family fun comedy movie. It's got Kevin James in it for some reason. He's in this movie, and it's also got Mel Gibson, and then a bunch of little unknown kids, little Stranger Things vibes when they're riding on their bikes or whatever. But this movie is kind of weird. It's got a weird history to me because I saw an ad for it at my AMC about like a month or so ago, and I was like, the fuck is this throwaway straight to DVD movie? And finally coming up to it last week, I saw another ad for it, and I was like, I wonder if they're playing that. And so before Joker, I was like, might as well. I was like, I got the extra ticket this week, so let's go and go watch that. And I really, really enjoyed this film. Mel Gibson, is Mel Gibson. He pretty much just plays himself. But his dynamic with the main boy in the movie is really special. So let me get into the plot. So basically, this monster, I guess you would say, I don't want to spoil what it is because it's actually pretty interesting what they get into, is kidnapping these kids, doing stuff to them, and these kids are like turning up almost soulless, like they're just kind of like in a trance like this. And it's pretty much up to this boy and Mel Gibson to figure out what's going on, what's happening in this town, and get to the bottom of it. And overall, the story was pretty good, and I feel like the themes were pretty good because, he lost his father. Mel Gibson's kind of in that father figure role. And what I found most funny about this movie was that a lot of the jokes actually were landing for me, and I don't know if that's just because I was kind of like in that mood of, I'm hyped in the movies. I was also a little excited for Joker too, and then that let me down. But I watched this beforehand, so I wasn't upset. And there's just so many great one-liners from Mel Gibson, and it just was so funny. Me and my friend have been quoting it for the past 3-4 days. Those things this movie works. I don't think it's a perfect movie. I think that it does have a lot of problems. For example, the other two kids that's with the main boy, they are just kind of okay. It's kind of below bottom barrel Disney Channel actors. And when I say below, I mean below. It's just kind of okay. Probably found them off the street, something like that, first acting career, whatever. They did fine, but nothing to write home about. But I really think that everybody else is really doing a good job as far as pushing this story forward, because I kind of got caught off guard a minute. I was sitting there thinking, I said, dude, I kind of am wanting to see what happens. And when you get to that twist at the end and you find out what's going on, how we got here, I think there's definitely a payoff. There is no setting up for sequels. This is an original story that I don't think it's based on anything. It might be. If so, I'm wrong. Correct me in the comments. But this is a weird movie for me. It's something original. It's something with a decent cast, a story I kind of care about, with a bunch of unknowns outside of Mel, pretty much. And I don't want to say Kevin James because he's in the movie 3 times. But even like that, his character surprised me. He's just out here just with a friggin', I don't even know what kind of accent he's got, a Bayou accent, and they're in fucking Maine. So it's definitely one of these movies that I feel like you don't have to go out and run to the theaters to see it. But I wish I could record this review earlier. I was trying to get Joker out first, but it's definitely one of those movies where if you were thinking about watching that and you watch this, I think you would have fun. And that leads to kind of a complaint and not a complaint. So a lot of these things that are said in the movie, a lot of the script is really cheesy, but it's so funny. And it worked for its favor. I was I know they're not doing this intentionally, but good God. There's some stuff Mel Gibson says at the end, in the third act, and my ass was laughing. And so Monster Summer, I think it's pretty decent. I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. I think that this movie is far from perfect, but it's also far from being bad. I really had a fun time with this movie. I would definitely check it out again. It's definitely got those Halloween vibes. It feels like Goosebumps. And that's what I think I loved about this movie so much, is that it literally was like watching an episode of Goosebumps. It was just a fun time with the family, take the kids to it. Even more so than like a Transformers or something like that. I think the only bad thing they say in this movie is BS. And that's like, they say BS. They don't even say bullshit. They say BS. And that's pretty much about it. Like, it's very family friendly, very like by the book type of deal, but in a good way. Like, it was very good vibes, and I was really loving what they had bringing to the table. And with that, please like and subscribe for more. Let me know if you checked out this movie. You probably didn't. But there was like 5 people in my theater. I was very surprised. And with that, please like and subscribe for more, and I will catch you guys on the next one.
Well, there's more of you. I'm gonna have to dig a mass grave now.
What? I love my popcorn. Movies, popcorn.